And as athletes prepare for their run from Pietermaritzburg tomorrow, those who've been preparing for months for the marathon will battle below level temperatures. 1991 winner of the Comrades Marathon, Nick Bester, joins us now to share some tips for the runners. Good evening, Nick, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much and good evening.
Awesome. Now, firstly, I just want to get from you, what is it that is so special about this race and keeps people coming back every year?
I think this race is the iconic sporting event in South Africa, and it originated especially when we were isolated out of international sport in the apartheid years. But it became the most popular road race, not only road race, but sporting event in South Africa that's been watched by millions, because it's been broadcast on television since the last, I would say, 40 years, live coverage, 11 hours first. Now the race is extended to 12 hours. And everybody, it's a tradition in a South African household to wake up, go and make coffee and rusks, put the TV on and watch the race from start to finish, and especially when the first runners come in and then also when the last runner come in and make the cut-off gun or just miss the cut-off gun.
And now you've run a fair number of comrades yourself. How were the nerves like the night before the race?
The nerves the night before the race is depends on your preparation and stuff and how you are mentally prepared, because that is the most important part of comrades. You're not going to complete the race with your legs or with your body or with your arms, but with your head. So your head must be positive. You must be positive, and the nerves must be calmed down because of the positiveness. And you can only be positive if you're prepared well, you're not injured, you're sick, and you're healthy. Then you can be positive and the nerves calm down. If you got a niggle, if you're sick, don't run if you're sick. It's a long way, and we know it can happen on the road. And I believe that it looks like it's going to be a hot day tomorrow in Maritzburg, and especially running into Durban and the humidity.
Now, there'll be a lot of people taking on that challenge for the very first time. What advice would you have for first-time runners, and what mistakes should they avoid making tomorrow?
Okay, first-time runners, your main goal is, most of you, I would say 95% of you just want to complete the race. You want to finish the race, so don't start fast. Don't do anything that you are not used to. It's very important. You must eat the same stuff. You must wear the same clothes that you wear every day in training. You must wear the same shoes. Don't buy new stuff at the expo and then use it in the race day. Buy the stuff and spare it for later. Don't do anything new. Make sure you eat a lot. Your body is like a motor car. You need a fuel. You need a fuel, and you have to eat a lot the 2.5 days leading up to the race, and especially tonight. Tomorrow morning, have a breakfast, a medium breakfast, and mostly it's oats and honey and peanut butter, a little bit of fats, strong cup of coffee, and then during the race, make sure you're rehydrated, but don't overhydrate. Don't drink too much. There's so many water stations on the route. So don't stop at every one and drink. If you stop every time at a water station, you lose 30 seconds. And there's more than 100 water stations on the route. So 100 times 30 seconds is already 50 minutes you're losing. So don't stop unnecessarily. And keep on moving. One foot in front of the other, just go forward the whole time. And believe in yourself. Be positive and you'll reach your goal.
I just want to know as well, is the down run easier at all as compared to the up run?
I won't say it's easier. There's more downhills, but don't be misled. There's a lot of uphills as well, especially the first part of the race. You start in Maritzburg, then you climb Polly Shores from Maritzburg side. The only downhill in the first 21 kilometers is a downhill down the other ways of Polly's, and that is only 1.8 kilometers long. Then you climb all the way till the 20-kilometer mark at Lion Park. That's the highest point on the Comrades route. That's 900 meters above sea level. And I think Maritzburg is 750 meters above sea level. Then it is a little bit undulating. You fall down in Umchanga, and then one is your toughest climbs, one of the big five, Botas Hill. Then you hit Botas Hill. It's a 7K climb, a little bit down into Hillcrest. You climb in Pinetown, you down Fields Hill, and in Pinetown is Cowies Hill. That's a tough hill to climb. Then you've got 45th cutting, and then just before Tollgate, the steepest gradient hill in the Comrades is when you finish with Cowie to the 45th cutting, you turn left underneath the highway to get onto the highway. At the gradient of that hill is about 13%, very steep, and a lot of runners walk there. And then it's Tollgate, over Tollgate, then you can see home, and then it's down all the way. So the question was, if it's easier. Maybe it's a little bit easier, but you must be able to handle pain. There's much more pain in the down than the up, because in the down you're hitting the quads, you hit more downhills, you're losing more toenails, you're getting more blisters because you're going downhill, your feet is shifting forward in your shoes. So if you can endure pain, you're better on the down run. If you're strong, you're better on the up run. So that is the difference between the two.
Before I let you go, Nick, I just want to touch on some of the elite athletes. Now, the 2023 race was the last down run, and it was a historic one with Tete Dejana and Gert Steyn both running record times in that particular race. What can we expect tomorrow, and who are some of the athletes that we should be looking out for in the elite race?
Obviously, you go back to last year's winners and guys who perform well. The names of Piet Wiesma is coming up a lot, and I saw Piet. He stayed last year 3 weeks in my house before he won the up run. This year he stayed 3 weeks close to my house, training on the same routes. He studied the race. He looked at every previous Comrades race. He looked at the competitors. He see what times they're running. So he's well prepared. So you must look at him as a favorite. Because always, the previous winner is always the favorite. But we've got Tete Diana, the previous down run winner. He's the Indian champion actually. His stormmate Edward Mutibi with the Gafa, who came third in the previous uprun. That is from our Nedbank Ethiopia club that's been coached by Belaya Hagos in Ethiopia. Then, we've got a new youngster, George Kusker, that was a running student in America. He turned to ultra distances. Onalene Konkobe, who won the 2 Oceans and the Soweto Marathon last year. We call him the Joker Man, and he will be in front again and entertain the crowd. We don't know till when Konkobe is going to run, if he's complete the race or not. Lucky Mohali, third in 2 Oceans this year. Then we've got Alex Milner, who came 7 last year. He bettered his marathon time to 2:14. So that's the men's field. The ladies' field, I think this year is very competitive, And obviously, Gert Steyn is the favorite, but I think she'll have much more pressure than this year. The most pressure and competition that she ever had in the Congress before. There's a host of Russians that's running for Max Elite. There's Alexandra Morozova, who's running for the Nedbank Club, who won the race before, a couple of goals, but Alexandra ran her fastest marathon this year. She ran 2 hours, 30 minutes for a marathon, so she's well prepared. Also, Dominika Stelmach. She came to South Africa to train for 3 weeks in Dalstroom at our training camp with our top boys. And she's ready to better on her previous second place on the down run. Petra Pasternova, Naomi Campbell, Melissa Gibson, all international runners. Locals, we've got Dikeledi Majara, very exciting lady. 5th in the 2 Oceans this year, and I expect a lot from her this year. And old stalwarts like Fikile Mbapuna, who was the first black lady ever to achieve a gold medal in the Comrades Marathon. So it's going to be very exciting. There's also the Hollywood Bets team with Rick van Zyl and Carlo Molinaro. And it will be a fierce battle, a better battle in the ladies than what we always see. We want to see a battle up front. We just don't want to see one runner dominating and run away from the rest. So that is what we're going to see tomorrow.
All right, 1991 Comrades Marathon winner Nick Bester, thank you very much for joining us and sharing your insights on tomorrow's race.